You guys will not believe who I just had on my flight, who I had a pleasure of serving. The Queen, the Princess, the Duchess of Sussex. The Meghan Markle was on my flight, and she's so beautiful in person. She was so sweet. She wrote us a little handwritten note back. So we wrote her a note that said, "It's a pleasure of serving you. We love you real bad." And she wrote this note back that says, "Dear AA girlies, thank you for the love, hospitality, and handwritten note. You know me well. All love right back to you." And then I think it says, "Forever, Meghan." You know, I can barely read this cursive, but look at this handwriting is giving rich. It's giving expensive. It's giving princess. She also said she loved my nails, and the captain on my last flight said they were intense. So, sir, it doesn't matter what you think. The Queen says she likes them.
So beautiful. Yes, you guessed it. Miss Meghan Sussex, Duchess of Sussex, vision of poise, grace, and everything that screams you can't dull my sparkle, was flying commercial. Not a sleek private jet, not some royal procession in the sky. Just a good old standard flight, tray tables and all. But don't get it twisted. Meghan may be on a commercial plane, but she still floats like royalty at 30,000 feet. See, when Meghan steps on board, even economy starts feeling like first class. It's the aura, it's the calm confidence, it's the effortless ability to make a row of coach seats feel like a velvet throne. Now before someone runs to the tabloids with Meghan must be strapped for cash, let's pause. This wasn't about penny pinching. This was about presence. She's not trying to prove anything. She's not looking for headlines. She just moves like she owns every space she's in, with humility, but also with undeniable glow. And let me tell you, when that cabin crew realized who they were serving, that energy shifted. You know that buzz when something magical happens and everyone suddenly straightens their back and grins a little wider? They didn't just pour her a drink and nod politely. Oh no, these queens got a piece of paper and wrote her a full-on note. Not a quick have a nice flight either. A full, heartfelt message mid-air. "It's an honor to serve you. We love you big time." That's the kind of energy Meghan inspires. And how does our Duchess respond? With a wave? A nod? A quick smile? Please, you must not know Meghan. She whips out a pen, because of course she travels with one, and writes them back. Not a scribble, not a post-it, a whole handwritten note. And this wasn't some formal scripted thing. This was Meghan being Meghan. She called them the AA Beauties, like they were old friends she hadn't seen since college. She thanked them for the kindness, the warmth, the good vibes. And then she signs it, "Forever Meghan." Not best regards, not with appreciation, just "Forever Meghan." That's not a signature, that's a message. That's a statement of self, of identity, of staying grounded, title or not. Because here's the thing. While some people over in palace corridors are caught up in hierarchy and handshakes, Meghan is out here scribbling love notes on a plane. And that's what makes her unforgettable. The flight attendant who received that note, she was beaming. You could practically see the joy in her eyes through the retelling. And then she said something that took me out. Meghan complimented her nails. Now hold up, do you know what kind of moment that is? Meghan Markle mid-flight turns to you, locks eyes, and says, "Your nails, fabulous." Game over. Cancel the rest of the day. Frame your fingers. Get that manicure laminated. That's history. Especially since, and here's where the tea simmers, a pilot on a previous flight had the audacity to call her nails too much. Sir, with all due respect, your job is altitude, not attitude. But Meghan, she saw the sparkle, she gave the flowers, she made that moment feel big. Because when Meghan compliments you, it's not flattery, it's gospel. This right here, this tiny in-flight interaction, this is why Meghan continues to win hearts time and time again. It's not about being famous. It's not about being a duchess. It's the way she shows up, the way she notices people, the way she makes you feel seen. And I promise you, this was not some PR stunt. There were no flashing cameras, no polished press releases. It was raw, it was real. Just a woman on a flight returning love to the women who showed her love first. That, my friends, is legacy. That's what sticks with people long after the plane has landed. Because it's easy to talk about kindness, harder to be it, especially when no one's watching. But Meghan, she lives it. It's her instinct. She doesn't just connect, she relates. She reminds people that no matter the crown or the headlines, we all crave the same thing: to be acknowledged, appreciated, embraced. This isn't the story the headlines usually chase, but it should be, because moments like this peel back the noise. They reveal character. And when you line that up against the other royal energies, the ones who cling to protocol, who raise eyebrows if a curtain isn't drawn just so, well, the contrast writes itself. While they stress over seating charts and salutes, Meghan is out here making sure flight attendants feel like royalty. And let's not pretend that isn't powerful, because what do people remember? Not the titles, not the pomp. They remember how you made them feel. And Meghan, she makes people feel like the sun just came out. So yes, Meghan flew commercial, but she didn't just board that flight, she blessed it. She turned aisle 13 into a red carpet. She gave humanity a spotlight and said, "You shine too." That's not just elegance, that's evolution. That's how royalty should look in this century. And let's be real. If this had been a different royal, the flight crew would have been tiptoeing like they were stepping through a museum. But Meghan leaned in, wrote a note, gave a compliment, and left every soul on that plane a little better than she found them. That's how you leave your mark, not through bloodlines, through heartlines. Thanks for writing this story with me. And remember, kindness at 30,000 feet, that's the kind of altitude we all should be aiming for. Forever Meghan, forever iconic.